What's up, CHFFL? Welcome to Week 3 preview. Gonna do it the same way we did Weeks 1 and 2 because I think the feedback has been mostly positive. My predictions, I'm getting better week to week. After going 3-3 Week 1, I went 4-2 last week, so we'll see if I can keep going above 500. And I think we have a really good game of the week this time. We'll save it for last. So first, let's look at the matchups in the Fortnite Conference. We have Keanu's Chug Jugs against Snobby Shores, Risky Reels against Tilted Towers, and Salty Springs against Dusty Divot. Definitely some good matchups here. I think the Anime Conference has a couple more storylines this week, but let's go game by game in Fortnite. Keanu's Chug Jugs against the Snobby Shores Pistol Whips. For Stan, Cook and Ajayi are both out, and that really hurts him at running back. Oh, we have a special update too for Josh Gordon in Stan's starting lineup out of New England. So, smoke weed every day, Josh Gordon, and don't worry, I will have a different Snoop Dogg remix for every single time Josh Gordon is relevant. I don't know how much he's going to get used in New England this week, and I don't know how good that's going to be for Stan. So, I guess with two running backs out, though, throwing something that could be a huge game up there makes sense. And then for Parker, you got David Johnson going up against Chicago's D. Arizona has just been so bad this year that even David Johnson has not been very effective. We'll see if he can turn it around this week. I do think that Parker will beat Stan, even though Stan's been very strong. I think with the injuries, it's just not going to be quite enough, and Parker looks pretty good this week. Going on, we have Risky Reels and Watson Thrills against Grant. This is my anti-game of the week. These teams both look really bad, and I could see under 200 combined points happening very easily. Minnie finally does have D-Jax in the lineup with Mixon out. Grant has Jamal Williams still starting. Aaron Jones comes back this week. I just don't see Williams being startable, and I feel like I've talked about this in every video, but Grant really thin at running backs. I think Minnie's going to take it. And I think it comes down to Julio Jones, Deshaun Jackson for Minnie, and Antonio Brown for Grant, who's going to have the insanely big day. And I could see Brown having it, but I definitely could see both Julio and Deshaun Jackson having them for Minnie. So wrapping up the Fortnite Conference, we have the Salty Springs Spartans against the Dusty Divot Dark Vikings. The Crow and Hyde both did well on Thursday, so neither team really gained an advantage going into this. Marty flexed Hyde, though. You never want to flex your guys who go first. You want to flex the person who plays the latest, because he picked up Giovanni Bernard out of waivers and didn't leave himself room to start him. Gio is a great pickup because Mixon's out for a couple of weeks and he's going to be a bell cow, but now Marty's stuck without Gio helping him at all. Swan is going to need a big score from Hopkins or Cooks to take this. So I think even with the lineup mess up, Marty's going to go to 3-0. He has some great matchups. If you go just look on Fantasy Pros, all of his guys are highly ranked this week from the experts. I think he'll be good. So shifting over to the Anime Conference, we have Wes, the Full Metal Alchemera against My Girly Girly Literature Club. Soul Eater Leonard against Super Mario Star Power, and Gordon Smash versus Your Thighs in April. For a little song, we have Hit in the USA, the theme song for Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad by one of my favorite bands of all time, the Beat Crusaders. So matchup by matchup, my game against Wes. I don't look so good this week. I don't like my matchups, but the Bears defense could put up a huge score against Arizona because, as I mentioned with David Johnson, they're just terrible. I could see the Bears defense scoring 30 points this week. But Wes, Kamara, James Conner, Tyreek Hill, and Mike Evans all have good matchups this week. That's why I didn't make this the game of the week. I think Wes is going to win just because I think he's going to have another huge week like week 1. Maybe not 200 points, but definitely 150 or up. One of those guys is going to go off, and then the rest are not going to dud. So I don't think I can pull this one out. Next, we got Soul Eater Leonard against Super Mario Star Power. Poor Brad and Roy both have been pretty good this year, but they're both 0-2, which is a real shame. Fournette out again for Brad. I assume he'll put Cohen in there hopefully before the game start. Last I checked, Fournette was still in his starting lineup. For Roy, can OBJ turn it around? He had 9 points last week, and the Giants are also just not good. They can't stop any sort of pass rush that anybody throws at them. I think that Roy's going to take this, and I think Brad is going to start out 0-3, and he'll probably still be in the top 3 or 4 in the league in scoring. I think actually starting Fitzmagic over Ben might not be what the experts wanted this week, but Ben doesn't do that great on the road. I think Fitz is going to have one more great week, and Roy can try and trade him for somebody's RB1. That brings us to the game of the week, which is Max against Mark, the Gordon Smash against Your Thighs in April. They're both 2-0 atop the NMA conference. Patrick Mahomes has a great matchup this week against San Francisco. He is by far the best quarterback to have this week. Mark, I noticed, is starting Corey Clement over Chris Thompson. And I guess it's because Ajayi and Sproles are both out for Philly. But I still would always want Chris Thompson in my starting lineup. He is just like the wide receiver 1 in Washington. I don't think it really matters, though. I think Max is just going to have a very strong week. I could see Max taking the $10 again. Oh, I forgot to mention, the game of the week are the 2 guys who tied for a top score last week. Tevin Coleman starting again with Devonta Freeman out. I think Max takes this. This is going to be another great week in the CHFFL. I will see you guys after the games wrap up. Feel free to like, subscribe, etc., etc. Goodbye.